Hello everyone, it's Michael Rubano again with the Chicago Audio Collective with another piece of unique equipment that I want to describe for you today. This is the Columbia Masterwork 866 entertainment system, and it's unlike anything we've ever worked on at the Collective, and I think you're going to find it very interesting. At this end, it starts out with a 4-speed automatic record changer made by Garrard, which was a very popular unit in hi-fis, and it was sold individually. Behind this panel is an AM/FM receiver, a graphic equalizer with a mechanical representation of the boost and cut for bass and treble, which also has makeup gain, a control panel, which is one of the most unique portions of this device in that it creates an equalization curve that matches all of the records that were in use up until 1954, when the somewhat of a format war became standardized. So when you play your records, you press an appropriate series of buttons to equalize the unit properly, and the record sounds as close to the original session as possible. This, of course, is the function selector, and each one of the functions has its own indicator in a different color, just because they could. It has loudness control here, an input for an auxiliary here, and for a microphone here, and we're going to get to more of that a little bit later. That's its level control. In addition to all of that, it has an oscilloscope, which helps you tune AM, tune FM, lets you watch the waveform dance for fun, and sets recording levels. We'll get to that a little bit later. And it has a little intensity control, so you can adjust that. In addition to that, as I was talking about there with the level setting, it has a reel-to-reel tape deck, which is completely integrated into the system. It, of course, plays tapes. It allows you to record records, record radio. Pretty amazing for this era. And the final piece that makes the whole thing even yet more amazing, a clock timer. So you can set this thing to turn itself on, perhaps make a recording of a radio program, and then at a period of time that you set, it will shut itself off. In this chamber below are the speakers. There are two 12-inch drivers here and here, a compression driver here, all made by Jensen, and a port that is mathematically calculated to be of the correct size. This chamber is sealed and also has acoustic insulation, and therefore it would be considered a bass reflex cabinet. So it's completely calculated in terms of its internal dimensions. It's not just a random size. What's also unique about it is there are no electronics in this container or in this chamber. All of the electronics stop here, including the amplifier, all the various other technical devices that make everything work and interface. Kind of a unique thing for those days. Usually they put the electronics in as a cost-saving measure and make it easier to construct, but this is a lot higher end than that. Everything is separate. And the last piece of the puzzle is over here, of course, a place to put your records. So we're going to give this thing a demonstration, let you see what it looks like when it's running, of course, let you hear what it sounds like. And it is built into a very unique cabinet, something that we don't often see. We're going to hear more about that in a second segment.